Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature, baby. I'm sending you tons of great energy. Take that, take that, take that. Now, has someone left you in a relationship? Do you know someone who is afraid of commitment right now? Did someone just disappear out of the blue? And you're like, Ralph, where did they go? They've stopped calling me. They don't reply to my text messages anymore. What's happened? Why men and why women have doubts about committing to someone. Deep divers, let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. This is sexology, deep divers. Water, fire, hot, cold, yin, yang, daddy's home. I'm back. Now, this is going to be a beautiful video because we are really going to dive deep into commitment issues, into why men leave good women, into why women leave good men, why men have doubts about commitment, why women have doubts about commitment. I got a question that came in. Someone wrote to me, Ralph, I love your videos. I was in a relationship with a guy and it was going great. I thought he loved me. He said he always loved me. But one day he stopped replying to my text messages and he changed his number. So why did he just vanish? Why did he just vanish? Because it was going so good. Now, this happens to a lot of people. Many times we are in a relationship and then someone disappears, they leave. Sometimes they don't even bother to text us back. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Many times people are afraid of commitment. Many times people do have doubts. And where does this emanate from? So over the years, I've done a lot of relationship counseling, and I'm going to give you a great explanation why men and women sometimes, and the cat down the road sometimes, have doubts about commitment. When we talk of the water relationship, which is the harmonious relationship, it can only manifest when alignment is there. When the time is right, alignment can happen. When both of you are vibrating at the same frequency, alignment can happen. When both of you are resonating at the same frequency, alignment can happen. Until then, alignment will not be made. Slow motion this side. In other words, for someone to be truly committed to you, both of you have to be on the same page. Why men leave good women, why women leave good men, why people have doubts about commitment in this modern age. What's happening? Men have a different set of programs to women. Women have a biological clock, and the clock is ticking away. A lot of women write to me, Ralph, I want to start a family. I want to meet a good man. I want to meet someone who's going to be a good father. And that's fantastic. A lot of women will be looking for that. A lot of men are also looking for that. But what's really a pressing concern for a lot of men is, how am I going to be able to provide? How am I going to be able to provide for this wonderful woman? Okay, a lot of men have a lot of pressure from society that actually, wow, I've got to be a provider. I've got to be a provider. I have to be a provider all the time. So a lot of men are like, even though I love you, if I haven't got my shit together, it's going to be hard for me to be with you 100%. This is what I call men of purpose, women of purpose. Until a man has established himself, until he has really come to know more about himself, it's going to be very hard for him to commit to you. I know what it's like, lady. Sometimes you see a guy, he's in his early 20s and you're like, Ralph, we were so in love. What happened? He got caught up. That's what happened. He started to realize, actually, wait a minute. I got to go out there. I got to be a man. I got to be a provider. And even though he may love you, it's just that he doesn't have anything to give you right now. The psychology, that's why a lot of women growing up, what do they say? Oh, I like an older guy, a guy who's established himself, a guy who can provide financially. A lot of men have a financial clock. The time is ticking. Gosh, I got to start getting out there, working so I can provide for my family. Until that happens, he won't be able to give you 100% because once again, you are not his main priority. That's why many times people have doubts about commitment. It's not that they don't love you. It's because they haven't come into their true selves. They haven't really come to know who they truly are. And they haven't really accomplished anything. To the masculine energy, guys are dreaming of love, but in a different way to women. A guy wants to love you, but he wants to be able to give you at the same time. He wants to be able to give you something that is stable. He wants to be able to give you a stable foundation. And that's why sometimes you're in a relationship and what happens? One of you leave. Because once again, in the guy's mind, he's like, what am I going to be able to provide, right? What am I going to be able to provide for you? He hasn't got anything, right? So many times, ladies and fellas, don't take it personally if someone is having doubts about commitment. It means they are not ready. And sometimes that's a blessing in disguise, because why would you want someone who is not ready? If someone is having doubts about commitment, it's time for you to start finding someone who is sure, who doesn't have any second doubts, who is truly ready. But living in this 3D world, it's natural people are going to have doubts about commitment. Many times, some people are immature. Some women are immature. Some guys are immature. Okay? Same thing. Many women leave good men. If a woman is seeing, actually, we're not on the same page. Can you be a good father to my children? Forget about if the lovemaking is good. Are you going to be a good father to raise our children? That's what women are thinking of. That's why even though the relationship could be going great, if she can see that you're going to be lazy, you're not going to be a good father, she's out of there, right? So why do people have doubts about commitment? Why do men have doubts? Why do women have doubts? It emanates from uncertainty. Many times people aren't sure. Is this the one? Okay. Many times people will still be thinking like, I'm still not sure I want to commit 100% because I still need time to know more about who you are, because I've only seen one side of you. And that's why a lot of people are just holding off just for a little bit, because they want to see you in a different environment. They want to see more emotions. They want to see both of you together in different experiences and how you deal with these experiences, okay? Many times what happens, people have a lot of work to do. And that's the biggest reason why many people have doubts about commitment. Men have commitment issues, women have commitment issues because people don't know who they are. They're still not ready. They still haven't worked on themselves enough. I remember when I was 17, I was in a relationship. It was amazing. I loved her. I was happy, right? But then I realized I got a lot of problems. And yes, we can work with them. We can all both work on them together. That's cool. But many times the self-work has to be done alone. Many times you want to be able to give the best to that person. And that's why a lot of people bail out of relationships. That's why people have doubts about commitment, because they know deep down they want to be able to give you better than what they can give you right now. They got to work on themselves. They got to work on themselves. They got to get their money right. They got to get their mind right. They got to get their health right. Right? 7-day vegan challenge. 7-day vegan challenge. And it happened to me along my journey. I was in a relationship with someone and I was going vegan and she was still a meat eater. And I was giving her all of this information. Oh yes, it's so amazing, this plant-based lifestyle. And she didn't want to hear it, right? So it was a case where she was having now doubts about commitment. I was ready, but I was also eventually having doubts about commitment too, but she was having doubts first because she's like, I don't want to hear anything about this plant-based lifestyle. I like my kebabs, I like my steak and all of that. And I was shifting, I was changing my diet. And that's why she, in that circumstance, was having doubts about commitment with me, because she wasn't a vegan like me. She wasn't eating the plant-based lifestyle. For the water relationship to work, two people have to be on the same page. You got to be thinking in a similar way. You got to be eating similar foods. You got to be making the same effort to see each other in a great light, okay? You want to make sure you're with someone and you look at them and you're like, yes, because you're going to be across the table from them. I love eating this juicy mango with you. Because when I was in that relationship, I would be eating plant-based and she would be eating a lot of meat, a lot of dairy. And it was hard for me to be there. I was having doubts about commitment. And that's why it's so essential that two people are eating in the same way. And that's the secret to the water relationship. Why men and why women have doubts about committing to someone. Many times, once again, people are caught up. And that means people don't place a lot of value on love, on commitment, on a relationship. They have invested their energy elsewhere. You want their top priority. Their top priority could be to go to college. It could be to start working in this job and start working themselves up, right? And that's why commitment comes when two people know themselves, when two people are truly established, and when two people have more to offer each other. Okay, many times people will leave a relationship, they will leave a great connection if they haven't got the time for it, if they are too busy, if they are preoccupied, even if they love you, they have just got too many things going on right now. And that's why I always advise people, for the water relationship, you need time. You need to water this love plant. You need to cultivate it. You need to give it sunlight. You need to give it water. And that's how the love plant blossoms. Slow motion this side. Why men leave good women, why women leave good men, why people have doubts about committing to someone. I've seen along my early journey when I wasn't sure, when I was like, actually, I need more time. Now I'm a lot more established. I know what I want. Many times you are meeting someone who doesn't really know what they want. They don't know if they want to be with you or they want to be with that other person. Sometimes they have lust. They have a roaming eye. They want to test the waters, and that's natural. But when we talk of the water relationship, it's all about alignment. You will never ever have to force someone who is truly meant to be in your life. When the time is right, the alignment will be made. And who is meant for you will never reject you either. So I learned how to, instead of forcing everything to happen, I learned how to allow things to happen. I know what it's like. You really want that guy back. You really want him to reply to your text, but that's just a good thing he's not, because now you're seeing that he's not really invested in this 100%. You want someone who's going to be sure of you all the time. Why do people have doubt sometimes about committing? Are you on the same consciousness level? Are you on the same consciousness level? Can you talk about anything and everything without feeling ashamed of yourself? Many times people have doubts about commitment because they know they can't really express themselves 100% to that other person. They can't be themselves. So they're doubting, like, I don't know if this is the right one. Because once again, they don't feel relaxed. They don't feel comfortable. They're having second doubts. And you have to respect that and say, actually, okay, is the alignment right? Or am I trying to force it? Trust me, whoever is meant to be in your life will find their way into your life. We've got to start saying, actually, if someone is having doubts about commitment, it's all about me being in alignment. When you are in alignment, that one you seek will now come into alignment with you. It may not be that person, but it will be someone who is on the same page as you. So people do have doubts about commitment, and it means many times they're not ready. It means many times they're caught up. It means many times that they want to make something of themselves first so they have more to give you. It's a matter of patience. I've seen time and time again that it can work, even if two people are doubtful about a relationship or having commitment issues. It can work with patience. Many times people bail out just when the great relationship is about to take place because people get impatient. Okay, many times you got to really sometimes give people space, even when they are having commitment issues, when they're doubting everything, because in that space, they can actually reflect and say, wow, this is a good man. This is a good woman. What am I doing? And now you become a priority, and they also become a priority in your life. Okay? Why people have commitment issues. Effort. Not everyone is going to put in the same effort as you. So once again, you have to be clear about what it is you want. That's what stopped my commitment issues. I had to be clear of what I want a person to give me, what I want to give to a person. So you have to really know who you are. And every single day, always say, I'm choosing to be with this person. Once again, deep divers, if you are the person who's doubting to be with someone, that's okay. If they're doubting to be with you, that's okay, because what is meant for you will never miss you. No slow motion. Deserves one though. What is meant for you will never miss you. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Many times as well, people want to compete. The masculine energy wants to compete with the feminine energy. I'm better than you. That's why people have doubts about commitment. What's really freed me along my journey, deep divers, is to allow the feminine energy to be the feminine energy. Allow the masculine energy to be the masculine energy. We're not here to change people. So we're not here to compete with each other either. We are here to support each other and accept, keyword accept, how each other live. And that's the secret to the great water relationship. Beautiful deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's been diving deep, getting the wonderful Good Ass Prana shirts. I won one, Ralph. ralphsmart.com/clothes. Check them out. Giving a few away on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Check out the new book, Deep Divers. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day. take a lot away from this video. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy, peace. You! What is meant for you will never miss you. It didn't miss me, it was meant for me.